Hi everyone, this is Hiba from My Little Journal, and today I'm going to be working in my Thankful 30. I am using the storyline chapters from Heidi Swap, the mini one. And yes, I did trim it down to remove the rounded corners because I do not like rounded corners. I've mentioned this before, and if you haven't seen any of the videos for this project, I will link the playlist up at the eye for you. But anyways, I am going to start by stamping my date. I've been using Carrie Bradford's date stamp here to stamp out the month, the day, and the year. And I try to stamp 4 days at a time just so I don't have to keep doing this over and over again. Let's start by working on day 13. So the prompt for this day was your drink. So I'm going to document how grateful I am for my coffee, especially my morning coffee. And as always, I'm using the Peaceful Heart collection to add paper, back up my photo and journaling with it. I love this collection. I've even been considering purchasing more from that collection just because it's such a pretty collection and the colors are so mute and beautiful. So I've been considering buying some more just to have on hand because I feel like I'm going to run out pretty soon. But anyways, once I stick down everything, I'm going to trim off the edges of my pattern paper. And I'm going to end up adding some washi as well. I really felt like if I added some red or burgundy washi, it would help kind of break down all the browns and yellows from my card and photo. And I'm so happy I did because it added a pop of color and it just looked really good with the pattern paper. So I'm going to end up adding some underneath my photo and my journaling. And then I'm going to grab that Peaceful Heart collection again and use some of the die cuts and stickers to add little things here and there to my spread. Now I started by using this coffee cup. It's really cute, but again, it's pretty big and I'm very intimidated by big like die cuts and stickers. So I keep it there in the corner of my journaling card, but you can see here I changed my mind because I found a smaller one. And it was like in this really pretty peach and I felt like it matched better. I also like the banner that said today is a good day. So I ended up adding that to the right side corner of my spread. You can see me move around some of the die cuts a few times until I get it right. I'll also grab a different collection. This is an older Pink Fresh collection that had some yellows and one of them, like one of the little die cuts had Just Relax. So I decided to use that Just Relax banner on the bottom and then move my coffee cup there as well. I've just been switching things around here and there until I feel like I've got it right. I'm fine with changing my mind. I'm that type of crafter that nothing is set in stone, basically. Anyways, at this point, I'm adding some black word stickers to balance everything out. And then I'm going to grab my alpha stamps from Feed Your Craft to stamp coffee as my title. I'll also grab my spots and dots stamp set from Feed Your Craft to add some dots here and there. I think I end up using gray ink just around my spread, and then we can move on to day 14. So for day 14, the prompt was a delicious meal. And I am a huge fan of Middle Eastern food. As you guys know, I am from the Middle East. I'm originally from the Middle East. So I prefer eating Middle Eastern food. And this meal is one of my favorites. I wanted to document it, especially that my sister cooked it for us. And it was so good. But this time around for my like embellishing, I'm going to use these flags and I trimmed them down a little bit because I didn't want to use them as flags. I wanted to use them as strips, kind of like washi strips. And again, those flags are pretty big and they're going to take up a lot of space. So I'd rather use them in a way where they're usable for me than them sitting on that sticker sheet forever. And that sticker sheet is from Close to My Heart. I also used the Thankful for Every Moment sticker to add underneath my journaling card. I grabbed a circle sticker that said Warm Hugs, and I added that in the corner. And now I can stamp my title using Feed Your Crafts Alphas to stamp food. Now, I did consider stamping the name of this meal, but it's way too long and I knew it wasn't going to fit, so I just stuck with food. I'm also using the stamp set from Close to My Heart. It has these really beautiful subtle leaves, so I'm going to add those in the corners of my photo and my journaling card. And then I believe I add a little bit of splatter with the spots and dots stamp set. Then I call my layout done. Really simple and easy. I'm trying really hard to catch up and not overthink this. And that's why you can see that I'm kind of keeping things on the simpler side. So now we can move on to day 15, which was dessert. And my sister is a pastry chef. She made us the best dessert. It was a pumpkin crumb cake, and I loved it so much. I wish I had more. But anyways, I decided to use this pattern paper, and it has like waves in different colors. It's just gorgeous. I think they're mountains, but I look at them as waves. So I'm going to trim some of these out and actually add them to the bottom and top of my spread. It's a great way to add color without really overthinking it and not adding a whole pattern paper to your spread. I just didn't want to do that. My notebook is getting pretty bulky, so I'm just going to use the strips, and I'm going to end up adding a strip or two underneath my photo and another strip on the opposite side of my spread. Because I use these waves and they are pretty big and they cover a big amount of my layout, I decided to go with the big pumpkins from that same sticker sheet from Close to My Heart. I feel like it fit nicely and I wasn't intimidated by these. I don't know why. So I end up creating a little cluster. I'll add a word sticker in a bit in black, just to kind of balance it out a little bit. And I even added a little flower to my waves and a word sticker as well. I'm going to use the Peaceful Heart sticker sheets to add some more flowers in the corner. I'll grab my alpha stamps from Feed Your Craft to stamp out dessert. And I believe I finish up this spread by adding a little stamp that says, "Today we take a pause," right above my journaling card. And then I'm going to move on to day 16. Day 16 is going to end up going into my second half of my notebook. Because this notebook is so hefty and big, I had to create another notebook where the other half of the month is going to go into. I am fine doing that. I've done that before. I always end up with 2 notebooks for my Thankful 30. So for day 16, the prompt was something that you made, and I decided to document my October daily. I had just finished it. I was proud of it. So that is going to be the photo I'm using for day 16. Once I add all my little tidbits, my photo, my date, and my journaling card, I'm going to go with washi tape. Because the photo is so busy and so colorful, I thought washi tape was the best way to go. And using black washi really helps kind of mute everything down. I will also be using the stamp sets from the Paper Person shop. I actually stamped this journal in the corner, and I'm going to end up covering that up later on. I just didn't like how it looked in the corner. It just wasn't working for me. But I'm going to use the circle stamp set that said Late Night Crafting. I'm going to stamp it on some pattern paper. As you can see, the first time around, it didn't work out really well. But the second time it looked great. So I'm going to use my circle punch that out, and add that to my journaling card. I'm also using the die cuts that came with that kit from the Paper Person shop. And I'm going to add some tags to my journaling card. One of the tags had a sewing machine. I do not sew. And I thought, you know what? This is the perfect place to use that die cut, or I'm never going to use it. So I'm going to create a little cluster of tags and hang it off of my journaling card. I've shared that before, used my hole punch, and now I can stick down a few things here and there. Even stamp made with my own 2 hands right next to that circle on my journaling card. and I'm going to use the puffy stickers from the kit as well. They are so cute. They're like little buttons, but they're puffy stickers. So I'm going to end up adding one to one of my tags and next to my circle there, my stamped circle. And then I'm going to stamp O and D. So that's going to stand for October Daily as my title. When I start stamping it, I dislike it. I'm not happy with it. I don't like what that journaling stamp looks like. I don't like the title. So this is where I end up grabbing the die cuts again, and I found this tag that said made with love. So I'm going to use it to cover my stamping. And as you can still see the OD. So I'm going to grab some just plain paper from this notebook and cover that up and start all over again. I just feel like sometimes if I'm not happy with something, it's okay to change it up and then not like it at all, if that makes sense. So I'm going to have to cover up a little bit here with some stickers, some floral stickers, and then I'm going to grab my alpha stamps again and stamp OD, and it works out. I love how it looks. I'm going to finish up the spread by adding some pink splatter here and there, and then I call day 13 through 16 done. I hope to share more of this project as I work in it, but it's just faster for me to create the spreads without recording them and sharing them on YouTube because that takes a long time. I have been thinking of just creating the rest of this project offline, sharing on Instagram the finished photos, and then coming back here and doing a flip through for you guys. I'm thinking about it. I'm not sure. I'm not 100%, positive that I'm going to do that. But if I do, I will let you guys know. And if I'm up to recording, I'll definitely share my process videos with you. But anyways, don't forget, I'm going to be adding all the links down in the description box for you. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. And I hope to see you guys very soon. Bye.